Hello and welcome back to Learn Lua on Codecademy. We're in the data types and operators section. This is categorizing data with types. Data is information stored by a computer. We need it to write even the simplest programs. The text you're reading right now is a piece of text data saved on Codecademy's servers. As we learned in the intro, data could come in many forms: numbers, text, true, false statements, etc. To stop the data from becoming a jumbled mess inside our computers, we must have a system to organize and differentiate the data. This organization is crucial because we can do different things with different data. For example, numbers and words have different purposes. There are actions we can do with numbers that we can't with words, such as adding and subtracting. Words, meanwhile, are ideal for communicating thoughts and ideas. In Lua, data can be organized into 4 basic data types, each with distinct behavior and purposes. So here are the data types. They are number, string, boolean, and nil. And the definition of a number is numeric value, including positive values, negative values, and decimal values. Some syntax would be the number 10. See, there's no quotes around it, 3.5 or -4. Examples of use would be to store how many followers you have on Instagram. You would use a number data type. A string is a sequence of individual characters inside quotations. It can be letters, spaces, numbers, or symbols. For example, this is a string, and you see it's within quotes. Or you have this string, I have 5 cats. And the example of use is to store your username on a website. A boolean is a value that only has 2 possible values, true or false. So here we have just the word true, no quotes, and false, no quotes. These would be used to indicate whether you have dark mode on or not. Nil would be a representation for the absence of a value. If there is no value, it is nil. And we just use the keyword nil to indicate an empty box on a fillable form. That'd be a use case there. Note, there are also an additional 4 complex data types that we won't go into now. There are tables, functions, user data, and threads. Our instructions say, let's practice using these data types. First, print a number that represents how many languages you can speak to the output terminal. So here we're in our main Lua, and they just want us to print a number representing the languages I speak. For sure, I do 2. Run it. We do pass that. 2 says on a new line, print a string that represents your favorite movie to the output terminal. So under here, new line would be print, and this is a string. So we're going to do, I don't know if that's how you spell it, Donnie Darko. Let's run that. We do pass. 3, on a new line, print a boolean that represents whether or not you ate breakfast this morning to the terminal. Here we're doing the boolean, so new line. No quotes, just the word true or false. For me, it's true. Run it. We do pass. And we are getting those out to the terminal. On a new line, print nil to the output terminal. Even though we see nil printed onto the screen, this still represents the absence of a value. Let's do it here. And run it. And we do get it out to the console, and we do pass. So in this lesson, we learned about 4 basic data types. The 4 basic data types that we learned about were number, string, boolean, and nil. Make sure to read the definitions over and pay attention to the syntax. As long as you guys are understanding the 4 basic data types, then I will see you in the next lesson.